As it's recording, okay. I had previous issue with it saying we didn't have any space left, but it should be good now. Hello, thank you all for coming. I appreciate everybody, even though there was a little mix up with the time, but I appreciate you all being here. Nice to see you. I am going to start by sharing my screen with the minutes of last month. If I can remind myself how to do that. Share screen. There we go. You guys can see that. I see on there in the attendance, I'll say it so that it's on the recording to remind myself, but can let Marianne know that Chuck and Esther, that's the Chimsenum family. Don't know Kenko. I'm not sure who that is. Does anybody know offhand? If you know who that is, let me know. I'm gonna scroll down. All right. All right. Does anybody have any questions about that or anything that looked incorrect or needed to be added to? Is it a hand or an adjustment? Not a hand. Okay. All right. Seeing no questions, can I have somebody raise their hand to make a motion to accept the minutes, please? Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen Hajek, for motioning and Jen Cummings for seconding. All right. Now, let me call up my, let's share this screen. Marianne her son has a baseball game tonight, so she sent everything in. So, okay, treasurer's report. Okay, wait, I can call that up too. Hang on. Thought I was being clever by having everything open in its own little window. I'm saying that I was not as clever as I thought. Okay. Here is the treasurer's report. All right. Rachel.
Hey, everybody. Not a whole lot to report again this month. This sixth grade committee got another $31.55 from a pasta night refund that was donated back to the class since the fundraiser didn't happen. The report doesn't show the flower sale total, but I did get the last of it today, and it was $13.89.25. We decided this year not to do any markups after the really difficult year everybody had. Everything was just at cost. This was just something that a lot of families look forward to every year, like for Mother's Day. It also, maintains our relationship with the farm. So that is just, money in, money out. It's no profit this time. Teacher appreciation breakfast for expenses. We have 300 so far. There'll be more coming in this week. And then the seed packets for students that go home on Friday along with the plant sale plants, $139.16. The only change for the sixth grade, other than the pasta night refund, I spoke with Kelly Leonard, and they are donating 150 of their balance to this year's sixth grade class, and the remainder, the $726.65 from last year's class, will be used for the Gaga Fort Pit, which we are still researching. I was able to get the materials that Andrea had looked at. I did a little research myself, and it's Pinterest approved. So we need to, just figure out all together that it's the materials that make the most sense and get the dimensions of the Gaga ball pit.
For anybody who didn't know, last year's sixth grade, their gift to the school was the Gaga pit on the playground. But the issue is that because, nothing will grow in the pit, it gets very muddy and it becomes a problem for the kids to use it at recess and then track a disaster back into the school. So we're hoping to get a weatherproof perforated flooring that'll go inside it that's designed for that so that they'll be able to use it.
Yeah, there's a company called Great Mats makes these like perforated tiles, and they seem pretty easy to install and create that sort of space so that everybody will be just above the mud on those yucky days.
Yes. Great.
And that's all I have.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for Rachel? Well, all right. I don't see any. Okay. Then let me, okay. So next on our agenda is our principal's report. I guess, Ms. Weatherly, you are our volunteer for the day.
I am, yes, thank you. I just wanted to say we do have a teacher here tonight. We have our first grade teacher, Stacy Buffone. I don't know if everybody knows her, but thanks for joining, Stacy. I don't have much to report. The only thing I do, a couple of things. We did have our ruler workshop last week, so I wanted to thank all the parents that attended. It was a very good workshop. We have started SBACing, so we've been doing SBAC. We started last week and we'll be continuing on. We started last week with 5th and 6th. This week we're starting 3rd and 4th. And just if you do have children in those grades, just so you know, sorry, my dog is barking always when I start to talk. The testing is only an hour a day. It's not, lots of times people think it's all day long. But it really is only an hour a day. It's not very, hopefully most of the students are not stressed about it. It doesn't relate to our grades. We're really trying to tell the kids that, not to stress over it because this has been a difficult year. So, but hopefully that makes some of the parents feel better that it really is only an hour a day. So it'll be over soon, hopefully. The last thing, Mrs. Guarini wanted me to ask, the June meeting, she had something about there's a meeting on the blacktop. She was just curious what you were planning.
It's on our agenda.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Well, I have a question. I know the ruler, Ms. Greeny, has like the Google Slides available, right, for anybody who wasn't able to attend.
Yes.
Would like the information about ruler. And I had a question. A couple of us we're chatting about the the meeting for 6th grade families about math.
Okay.
So there's like a test 6th graders will be given automatically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So my understanding is there is a test they could take now or they could take in June.
Okay. Yeah, there were a couple of dates that said there was like a June, a July. Yeah.
There's also, if they don't do well, they could take it again. There's another opportunity. And then I thought, yep.
Are these tests and these meetings, is this different because of the past year has been, or is this like normal, standard procedure here?
No, it's new. And my understanding is it's because they don't want to use the iReady scores. Okay. They want to look at other stuff. But I'll just certainly double check with Noelle, but that was my understanding. Yeah.
You were on the money, Jen. You had the thought that it was because of some other testing. Yeah, some other scores. Okay. Yeah. I just, we got a lot of emails about that stuff and I was confused as to what I was missing. And I guess thought if I was confused, other people probably were as well.
Yeah. A lot of parents were confused. Is there a date for that meeting? Do you know?
There is. I can, we were just chatting and I had it up. Of course, now it's gone. Now it's gone, but I believe night or Thursday morning, Thursday at 10 a.m. or tomorrow at,
Okay.
I want to say, was it 6 p.m.?
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday night.
That Mrs. Greeny had sent it. Wednesday night, you're right, Wednesday night or Thursday morning.
Thursday morning.
Where there's a meeting with the pre-K to 6 STEM coordinator, either Harold Grice, who's our math department head, or Ms. Guarini, and at each meeting, one of the middle school principals.
Okay, perfect. So we'll
Yeah,
find
so a
out
lot of
more.
people, a lot of important people, which is why I was like, okay, clearly this seems important, but
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It's definitely different this year. I
Okay.
mean, I'm sure COVID plays a part in it too, but I know it was something to do with the iReady scores
Okay,
or test, using just the iReady.
okay.
Because some kids don't do well on those sort of tests. So it's, we'll see what you find out.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, does anybody else have any questions for Mrs. Weatherly?
I have a question.
Sure.
Have they decided if they were going to change Wednesdays? I know there was talk that it could possibly change back from half days to full days. Have anything for the elementary schools?
They mentioned on, I think it was last week's board meeting, it's going to be half days for the rest of the year. For
Okay.
elementary.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Good to know. All right. Do you have any other questions? Well, thank you for popping on, and thank you for
Sure.
popping in, Mrs. Buffon. Nice to see you. All right. Let me
May
make
I
sure
just
I'm-
say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to thank the PTA for the lovely and delicious lunch that was provided to us today. On behalf of all the staff, thank you so much.
Great.
Appreciate it. It's always great when we don't have to pack a lunch. So
Was
Thank
from
you.
Pickle Barrel, right?
yes, and it was very good.
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Actually, Teacher Appreciation Week update is next on my list. So the teachers did get lunch. PTA arranged for lunch today from Pickle Barrel. Tomorrow is if you could have your students bring flowers in, and so the idea is that if each kid gives a flower to a teacher, then they will have a bouquet at the end of the day. They don't have to be. I've had years where we have picked them out of our front yard. We've made them out of paper. We've, any sort of flower, any pictures of flowers, any sort of creativity is always appreciated. Wednesday's a half day, and we have, go ahead, Jen.
I'm sorry, with that being said, I know in years past, the children were able to bring them to the teachers that they wanted to give flowers to. How is that going to work this year? Because I know that, they're not really able to go out of their cohort or their room so much. I was just wondering, maybe Ms. Weatherly can answer that, how that is going to be played out for tomorrow.
Do you mean passing flowers to other staff members in the building?
Yes, in
That's
years
correct.
past, you were able to decide what teacher or, administrator you wanted to give a flower to.
Yeah.
So I didn't
mean,
know
I
if it's going to work
Yeah, I
this
would-
year.
Yeah, I would say it's still allowed. They just wouldn't be entering into the classroom. They would probably stand outside. We'll sure that happens tomorrow outside of the classroom, and the teacher could come out and quickly maybe get it that way.
Because I think
You
it
know,
typically
because-
happens in the morning as they're coming in anyway.
Yeah, maybe they'll
Yeah.
walk if they walk past them. I mean, as long as they're not lingering in the classroom. Really the guidelines are 15 minutes. You really have to be near someone who's been, exposed for 15 minutes. So it's a quick handout to be okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
So Wednesday morning, the PTA has arranged for Igwe around the corner to be bringing breakfast to the school for teachers. So that's really exciting. They're wrapping individual plates for everybody with all kinds of breakfast goodies. Igwe, if you don't know, is right around the corner on East Main and is owned by a Wilcoxson family. They have a 6th grader, and so they worked with us to do that. They were super excited, and so that's really wonderful. Also, their food is phenomenal. So if you haven't eaten there, go eat there. Can recommend it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think lunch and dinner on the weekends. Dinner during the week, and then breakfast on the weekends. On Thursday, so instead of our what we have done in the past was fill a truck where someone would bring back their car up on the field, and we would collect donations of school supplies. So instead, Marianne has boxes for each individual classroom to put supplies that were on the wish list in them, so that everything will stay separate, and then they can be delivered right to the individual teachers. Her address is 45 Patterson Avenue. If you still want to drop things off to her, she's putting them together. I know tomorrow night, Wednesday morning. She is still in need of Play-Doh. I'm going to post this on Facebook too, just so there's a list for everybody if you need to look at it. Play-Doh, coloring books, dry erase markers. I feel like that's every year, all the time, right? Like that's like dry erase markers and Post-it notes. I feel like are the two things you can never go wrong with buying. I don't know what they do with them, but they go through them. Tissues, watercolor paints, and Sharpies in particular were things they were looking for. Yep. Okay. So next on our list, our flower sale. Our flowers will be coming in on Friday. And I know I just chatted with you, Jen. Pickup is, we'll send out an email reminding everybody, but it's the same system that we had done in the past, where it's after school and we'll have people pull up and they will already be sorted by name. And so you'll have someone will bring them right to you so that it's not a free for all.
And just to clarify, Mrs. Greeny and I had actually talked about doing the tables. So not last year's system, but before that. So she had suggested tables. So people would just walk up. Is that okay?
That's fine. If that's what she suggested, yeah, then
let me just go back to the so I asked her what she preferred, and she said you can set up tables for families to pick up their orders. We just need to make sure everyone stays distant. So instead of having people pull up in the cars, there would be tables. So we would I'm sorry, my internet cut out. Could you repeat that?
That's okay. I got half a syllable out. So if what we'll do, my understanding then would be that we would sort them ahead of time. So that when somebody pulls up, we can, they can just go right to their name, pick up their stuff, and it'll be less hands on it.
Yeah. Well, they would walk up. I don't think.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe. Okay. Because I haven't done this before, but if you, I'm pretty sure 2 years ago it was in front of the school, right? Is that where you guys would envision it being this year?
When they did it multiple days, we would do it in front of the school because they would leave it like outside during the day, and people even could walk in off the street and come and shop with their kids. And there were times like the whole class would go down. But because we didn't do that. So that's actually a good question. I don't know if she intended the front lawn or at the back. So we will definitely, we can confirm what she thought would work best.
Okay. And then just so you guys know, I'm a teacher. I can't be there to meet the truck. So I was hoping on the call today, I could talk to someone about meeting we had it set for 11 a.m. But it doesn't have to be 11. I think they're pretty flexible, but if someone could help meet the truck from Glendale and help sort through the orders.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, because we're not doing like the sale in person, maybe we'll see about moving it a little later might make sense. I know Jen Loscavo, you had mentioned that you might be able to help come and sort. My husband as well can come help and sort. And there was a few other people on the last meeting whose names I believe they were all named Jen. Who said that they were available to come help sort as well. And so we'll do a group email for everybody and see. But if we can have it set up and ready to go, no matter where it is, that way, once pickup is gone and all of, that group has kind of cleared out, then people can drive around the block and come get the flowers. Great.
And the other thing I wanted to mention was the seed packets.
Yes.
Rachel, did the order come in? We just got to get those to Mrs. Greeny, and I was wondering if you guys, the ones last year, I'm holding the one from last year. Do you guys remember these? We didn't put like from the PTA or anything. I don't know if we want to do that.
We're actually not going to use those because the company that sells them, we didn't have enough time to order from this year. So we went a different route, and then we'll have little notes to go with them. So maybe we'll hang on to the ones you have for next year.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
And are those going, are those coming from the same farm right into the school, or?
No, I have to put them together
Those are
and I'll work out with Mrs. Greeny when to drop them off.
Great. Danielle, I see you hand waving at us.
I just have a quick question, just because my husband's going to be doing pickup on Friday, so I have to send him in the direction of flower pickup and kid pickup. So they're driving around getting the kids like usual,
Yes.
and
We'll
we going back in line. Like, how does that?
So the flower pickup, wherever it is, we will send out an email detailing where it is, whichever side Mrs. Greeny had thought would work best. We'll definitely send that out to everybody, but that won't start till after pickup is kind of cleared out.
Just wanted to be clear.
Yeah, no, usually, because there's car line takes a little bit of time to go through and get everybody off the blacktop. And so it would be after that, just so that there's not a complete traffic jam.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll definitely send it out. And we'll probably, whichever side it's not on, we can probably stick a sign, flower pickup, come this way or go that way. We can definitely do that. All right, next on my list is the talent show. If anybody would love to hear a really long, involved, hysterical story of local bureaucracy, give me a call and I will tell it to you. But the good news is we are like this close to confirming that it's happening. Today's email from them literally just said, we just need a copy of your insurance that shows that you have insurance for events, which we do. And they said as soon as they had that the reservation was good. So be super, super excited because that's going to happen super fast. Once it's good, that'll be at the end of May, and we'll get information out very quickly. But I'm so psyched that that's going to happen at all. It's going to take a lot of work. I know that's luckily we're always very lucky in that a lot of parents help out, which we will definitely need. But I'm super excited that we're going to get to do anything at all and be able to get together for that. Next, I wanted to thank so much all of the families who had stopped by the school and done some cleanup of the grounds over the weekend. I think last weekend and the one before, it's looking really nice. I know there's still a few areas that could use some help, but we really appreciate it. Sometimes I know when Miss Sutton goes down and she posts if anybody wants to come with her, but anybody's always welcome to go whenever and do some weeding and cleaning up. And it looks really great. And we really appreciate anybody who takes some time. I know sometimes people bring their kids too. Put your kids to work. I try to put mine to work. Next on my list, June meeting. So typically what we have done in the past that we are, miss so very much is meet at a local restaurant and have a bite together and, and next year, right? Fingers crossed, maybe we'll be able to do that. Our thought was that instead of that, what we could perhaps do is have an outdoor meeting and at least be together in a space. So I had put in for the parking lot at Wilcoxson to see if that was even a possibility, saying that, we would ask people to bring their own lawn chair or, hang out the back of your car and we'll space ourselves out and just that it would be nice to even just, be in person and say hello. We typically get to do some fun things at that meeting, like Mrs. Greeny usually has a nice little wish list for us, and we see if we have some funds available to do some things. I know we have a few things on it already, and I'm sure she has a whole lot more for it to recommend to us as well. And so hopefully we can do some of that. But that's what that was about, was just to see if that was even a possibility. The last one of the year would be nice. But we'll see. That's all I have for now. A few people have asked me about the family picnic and, if families stick together on their own blanket and, a lot of the activities are non-touchable, like, I don't know, different things. I don't know. I think that it would, take some looking at, very specifically what it would look like to see if it's even possible. So if you are some of the people who have asked me about that, it's on my list to chat with Ms. Greeny about and see. I don't know. I know that, we all very desperately want to see each other and just say hi, and be together. And so we will try and see what we can do. I don't see on here any reps from our Fathers Club. I don't know. Did anybody have an update from Fathers
Yeah,
Club that they were?
My husband is here
Haha.
for an update.
He's hiding.
Turn it over.
Dun, 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 dun. Hi.
Well, so as far as the Fathers Club goes, we're still looking for volunteers for our golf outing on May 18th. So any 17th? 17th. It's been a long day. So we're still looking for volunteers for our golf outing. If anyone can come and help, even for a couple hours, just to help set up or do the registration table, do some of the specialty holes, whatever we may need help with. We have a can drive on June 5th that we're doing.
Okay.
And that was basically it. Our big thing right now is the golf outing. Bobby wanted me to let you guys know that if you guys needed any help, you could send Bobby an email and we can bring it up at the meeting tomorrow with anything. Other than that, that's all we really have going on right now is the golf.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Thanks for popping on. You know what? We'll post it again. We'll post a little list of, ways you can help out your school community in the last couple months of school here. And so we can post that and blast that out on the Facebook page as well. And maybe we can put together I'll put together a little flyer for end of the year ways you can help out. And see if we can get some people to do that as well.
Sure.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else on my agenda. Does anybody else have anything they would like to chat about or bring up or anything at all? Yeah. So if we don't meet in person, we will definitely for sure meet over Zoom. Maybe we'll make you all, we'll make it a formal Zoom meeting. Everyone has to wear their black tie and, show up and your tiaras and crowns. We'll do something fun for June, no matter what, because we've all earned it. So definitely, if you can have your kids send in, a flower, or I think our snack day on Friday, the wish list went like that, which is wonderful. Thank you very much to everybody who volunteered and donated some stuff for that as well. But I know that we all appreciate our teachers so very, very much. Even more, of course. My offer still stands that if they take my children, I will send them to a tropical island for a vacation. It's a one-way ticket though. But we do appreciate them so very, very much. We know that we are very, very lucky at Wilcoxson, and I know that we all feel that. All right. And I think we're in for another quick meeting. Thank you all very much. It's nice to see you. As it is.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to
Thank
stop
you.
recording.
Good night, ladies.